So hi, welcome to this podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Enoma.
And Lucy from Haunter.
And some questions today about the upcoming EP Game Boy. So congrats on that, by the way. How are you guys personally feeling about it since at the time recording, it is not formally announced yet?
Oh man, I'm so excited, and I think these are like some of our best songs. I know everybody always says that, but they really are like our most mature and best produced songs I think that we have so far. So I am quite excited for everyone else to hear it, because of course we've already heard it for like a while now. So now I'm just excited that everyone else gets to love them as much as I do. So
yeah,
very excited.
Yeah, like I'm pumped. I think this is a good time for us in the sense of, people are, or at least from what we can tell from social media, like people like a lot of the more rock-based stuff. And I think this EP will still scratch some of that itch. But I'm excited to see how they take to some of the more pop-forward tracks, particularly like Game Boy, Catch Me If You Can, or Strangers, are all songs that, I think will showcase a different side of our band. And it's something that I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, do the people who like Paralyze and Risk It All, like, will they connect with this and accept it? Because it's different. It's very different, but it does feel really good, because these are songs that we've had for a little bit that, we were always thinking about, when is it the right time to drop it? Like, do we feel good enough, or do we feel like we've done enough to have this body of work? And it just seems like this was the best time for us. So I'm excited to see how people connect with it.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm stoked for people to hear the EP because it fucking rips.
Your best work yet. It is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys agree, because I definitely have felt that way for quite some time. So I'm like, I've been ready. I've been ready for people to hear this
That's
sure.
Good. That's good. And I'm glad people are finally going to have more than 2 or 3 minutes to spend with Haunter, with a full EP this time around. Because I know on the show we've had you guys a bunch, and it's always kind of been the conversation of we're going to keep playing the single game, because that's obviously the way that you win in this day and age. But to see you guys finally turn the page and put out a body of work is dope. So I'm glad we're here chatting about it. It's very fitting.
Yes, I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I'm like, look at us all go.
Wonderful. So is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
So we have the title track Game Boy, the actual song itself as well. And we named it Game Boy because all of these are like quite playful songs, I feel. Like they're kind of more of I don't know, like this Dua Lipa, like fun kind of energy. And we definitely felt like this was like a very sassy kind of thing to put out, I guess. So we wanted to kind of stick with like, we're fun. We're trying to make a statement of like, we're just here to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, we're here to have fun, make what we want to make. And I'm just so glad that people get to hear like the funness of that song, because I just feel like it's like a summer bop to me. So I'm like, it's about damn time. We need the bop of the summer to come out already. So that's why it's called Game Boy. I already feel it in my heart. Like, I am literally clairvoyant, and I've seen that song. It's gonna do really well. I already know it, like in my bones. Like, I feel it. So that's why it's just like, honestly, straight up, it's our favorite one. Like, we love all of them, but Game Boy is the one that we've been like gearing all of the imagery around, the colors, our photo shoots, our style that we're doing. It's all very much centered around that, because it's also like, we're all nerds, so it's very fitting as well for us, for sure.
I'm really excited because, to Lucy's point, like it just feels really good. That song in particular feels really good. And when I was thinking of the cover art for the EP, like it had that, I would say, modern nostalgia sort of feel. Like it's still throwback enough, because I mean, you see like the game system, like the vintage movie posters on the wall. Like, it's stuff that was frankly pulled from like my bedroom growing up, and like the things that I would see. And so being able to incorporate that and some of the like nerd culture and pop culture things that we all grew up kind of loving, it just made sense that that Game Boy would be kind of like the lead song on the EP, and kind of where we put a majority of our energy. And even some of the content that we have for the actual song that we're going to put out, I'm really excited about, because it does kind of lean in that direction, and that's going to be really cool for people to see.
Absolutely, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So can you guys tell us a little bit about the writing process for the EP?
Yeah, so usually, like in our writing process for any of our songs, we'll just kind of start with myself, Mike, and our producer Tyler. We'll go out to LA, and we'll typically just kind of work on the music bed. So I'll come up with like vibes. I'll say like, hey, this is kind of the energy that I'm thinking about, or I'll come up with a song title and a general sort of like energy. And then from there, Tyler and I will figure out chords that feel really good, that kind of like get the point across. And then we will spend about a week putting together like the music bed for all these things. And then when Lucy comes in the following week, her, Tyler, and myself will go through like song ideas. I'll share titles, and we'll just let Lucy kind of sit with the music for a little bit and kind of build upon it and think, okay, well, what's the energy that we're getting? What's the vibe? Like, what are we trying to say? And then, Lucy's such a strong writer that she will do a majority of like the initial lyrics, and then Tyler and I will come in with like lines here, say, hey, I think we can beat this, and then come up with our own piece of it. So it truly does feel like a collaborative effort between the three of us when it comes to like lyrics and melody, and just kind of like the overall statement. I'm sorry, you were saying?
No, go ahead.
So what I was saying is, like, I think particularly with Game Boy, that one, I definitely knew that I wanted to give it that sort of tongue-in-cheek, like playful summer reminiscence. Like, I think all of us have been in relationships where things have felt like almost playful, like where it's like, oh man, remember when? And like kind of really leaning in on into that nostalgia piece. And so that really influenced a lot of how we approached the writing for Game Boy. And so it just felt really good, and I'm super excited for that. I'm excited for the EP as a whole, but I'm really excited to see like the reaction that people give us to that song in particular.
Absolutely. I'm curious about like at what point during this writing process the idea for the EP kind of came about, because as we've mentioned, the idea of an EP is not something that has been in the forefront of your guys' mind. So I'm curious, was it the start, like from the jump, was going to be an EP, or was it like, oh shit, these songs kind of make sense together?
Well, I think
more of the latter for sure, honestly. Like we thought they all kind of had the same, like I was saying earlier, like kind of like a playful thing, like a very nostalgic, like innocence vibe. And we were like, man, these songs all just sound really like, we would play them next to each other and we're like, huh. And that's like kind of how that happened, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just us being like, stroking our chin hairs, and we're like, these kind of actually like do vibe together.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it just made sense. And we had been talking with our distributor, and I think, and I have to kind of give them credit, because they were ones who were like, hey, we know you have like this catalog of songs, and I know you've been listening to them, like, but what would you say to like doing an EP, like officially like putting together some songs and like doing a kind of a collective release? And it was something that I personally like rejected for a really long time. Like I think I was probably the person in the band who wanted an EP the least. But to Lucy's credit, she was someone who advocated for it and said it made sense. And then when we started kind of really looking at the songs, like she was saying, it made too much sense after that conversation I had with Lucy that to not do it. So we're like, okay, cool. We have to. It makes sense. We're in a place where this can work. So let's do it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. Right place, right time.
Basically, yeah. honestly.
So, what song off the EP took the longest to write, and which one is each of your own personal favorite?
I'm gonna let you go first, Lucy, on this one.
I think Strangers probably took the longest, is what I would think. Like, right? Or am I wrong?
Well,
I mean, we took a while on the Game Boy. I will say, like, we were going over very simple lyrics for quite some time with Game Boy, like going back and forth. We're like, it'll literally be like 2 words, and we're like, do we switch it to these other 2? So it's like the teeniest things with Game Boy did take a while. Maybe it was Game Boy.
Maybe it was Game Boy. Nitpicking. Yeah.
Well, I actually do think it was Game Boy that took the longest, because I remember
for a while.
Yeah, I remember I had when because I don't know if you remember this, Lucy, but we had the music bed, and you were in town. We were working on lyrics that day, and I actually left the studio that day because I was just like, it just wasn't clicking for me. Like, I had hurt my back the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like rest. And that slowed us down a little bit. But when I came back, you and Tyler had like a majority of the song kind of put together. So it took an extra day because like I just needed to take up some personal time. But like, I think as far as like length of time, that one was probably one of the longer ones where we were getting really granular about like every little piece of it, because we knew it was something special.
Yeah.
So when you know it's something special, then you start kind of like not necessarily nitpicking, but you want it. You know that, hey, if we nail this, it could be something really special, and so it required like more time.
Yeah.
So I think Game Boy took us the longest, but personally, Lucy, I'd love to know like what was your personal favorite song off the EP?
Game Boy, dude. I'm like, that's just number one. Like, I'll play you like a Game Boy. You know, come on. Like, I feel like an old Italian man. I'm like, come on. It's got the sauce.
Exactly.
That song is just saucy. That's my best word for it. It's a saucy little song.
Damn straight. I agree.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I actually, so because Untouchable is on this EP, like Untouchable is still like probably one of my favorite songs that we've ever done. But if I had to pick like from the newer tracks, I love Game Boy, but I actually think I like Strangers. I won't say better. Really? I'm gonna pick Strangers just because I want to like present something different. But I also think that that's going to be like the sleeper song. Like that's going to be the one that like people are going to discover later, and kind of like connect with. Because one, I think your vocal performance on it is fucking killer.
Ah, thanks, homie.
But I also really love the music, the musicality of that one. Like I love the little chorus melody that we have with the pianos and the acoustic guitar. Like I really like the production on that song.
I do agree with that for sure. It's more of a feelsy song, but it gives me this like hopeful feeling that I really love every time I hear that song. It's like it grows on you. Like the more, because I didn't listen to that song for like a while, literally like maybe a year, and then I came back and listened to it, and I was like, oh shit, we did that.
Like, fuck, that was us.
Good too. Let's go. Like. You just hear it for so long, and then when you don't, I was hearing it like as if it was almost like someone else's song, and I was like, oh shit, this is like really good. I like surprised myself. So we did get on that one too. It's definitely, and that song was also just like us kind of saying like it's okay to love who you love, which was the whole kind of reason of writing that song. Oh, also my kitty cat wants to join.
Hello.
I swear anytime that I'm doing a podcast or a video, she's like, what's up?
Just gotta, show face.
Let's see if she'll do this for us.
Oh my god, a little baby.
Oh, you
Talking about cats.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
She's a baby.
Oh my god.
That's
That's
great.
my angel. Yeah, she's literally so teeny. She's 3, but she's like the tiniest little cat
Oh
ever.
yeah, forever kitten.
Yeah, for real. She's so small. She's like maybe 3/4 of the size of like a normal cat. So
Oh
she's just a little girl.
yeah,
She's a
pocket
little
size.
girl. Anyway, sorry, I'm a weird cat lady.
No, you're good.
No, it's all good. Like we all are.
Yeah.
Right? That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Strangers is honestly just such a great song within itself, and I'm really hoping to see, like, I've been telling you Noma all year, and honestly for a couple of years now. I'm like, I feel like these are the songs that would be so easily used on like a movie or something, or like a Disney show, or like, I don't know, I see these being used for other things other than just music specifically. Like I feel like these things are so like all of these feelings, like I feel like everyone has felt these feelings in these songs like at least a
Yeah.
couple of times. So I don't know, I feel like it could be easily applicable to like another form of art as well. So I'm hoping that it gets on some videos, some movies of some sort, because I feel like especially Strangers and Game, I'm like, those are just like, you can't go wrong putting that on like a commercial or something. Game Boy's playing and it's like a high school party, bro. Like,
Come
Game
on.
over.
like, come on.
Game
Come
over.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Disney,
Right
where
there,
you
right
at?
there.
Give us some royalties.
But isn't what you're saying already kind of true? Because I was reading through the email, and wasn't the demo of Game Boy already got a placement?
Yeah, it was featured in a horror movie back in 2020, which is nuts.
Crazy.
Because yeah, so it goes to show, like, for a peek behind the curtain for listeners, is that bands sit on songs for quite some time.
Yeah.
Like there's
5 years.
always, yeah, I mean there's a time and place for every piece of material. And I mean a lot of bands have a ton of music that they'll never release. But with us, because we're independent and because we're doing everything on our own, it creates this unique opportunity for us to really do whatever the hell we want. And so it gave us we had that opportunity through our producer. He had a friend who's working on that movie, and they needed some songs, and he recommended Game Boy to them, and they were like, he sent them the demo, and they're like, oh, this is great, we'll use it.
Yep.
And so the rest is that. So this song is already proven to be worthy of a movie placement.
Absolutely.
So music supervisors, tap in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are available.
Yeah.
There you go.
Available and
Damn
interested.
straight.
So for this question, I want you both to pick your favorite lyric off the EP and tell us the meaning behind it.
The whole EP.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I'm like, of the whole thing. Of course, now my brain's just like scanning everything.
Yeah,
I can see it.
This question's a lot easier when we're doing it about a single.
Right, that's fair. Exactly. I'm like, oh Lord, what have we got? Enoma, what do you got first? Anything coming to you?
So I actually probably have two.
Okay.
So there's a line in Strangers where I think actually, which is, I rarely ever toot my own horn with lyrics, but I actually do think I wrote this line. It was the line that said, this could be love or disaster.
Yeah. Like,
and knowing my emo ass, like I was like, yeah, that sounds like some shit I'd say. And I think when we were writing Strangers, like it was coming from a really vulnerable place. Like, I mean, there was a lot of different influences that went into like the concept in the song, but what connects with me, particularly with that lyric, is you're braving into the unknown with this new relationship, this new dynamic. And so you're saying, like, this could either go really, really well, this could be everything that I've ever wanted, or this could be like the thing that destroys me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I love is actually I love the line after it too, where it says, "If this is happy ever after, then it's me and you."
Mm-hmm.
Like, as someone who is currently in a relationship where I'm absolutely obsessed with my partner. Like, I love my girlfriend so much. It just it hits for me because like that feels very true. Where it's like I feel so connected to this person, and I care for them so dearly, but I also understand that like not everything, you can't predict the future,
Mhm.
but you can just say like, hey, I don't know what the future holds, but if we are going to have a happy ending, then I'm glad that it's the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's so strangers is that, and then I would say for city boys and pretty girls, um there's a line in it where it says genuine is the enemy,
Mm.
uh and bright lights where we still can't see bright lights where you still don't see that your audience is never free.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, we wrote that song about social media and how much it kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
like
No matter how bright those lights are, it's still like these people at the end of the day a lot are like kind of empty. You know what I mean? It's like your audience is like not free, like mentally. You know what I mean? Or anything like psychologically, emotionally,
yeah,
like all those things. It's never really free. Like there's always a price to pay for that, you know?
very very much so. There's always a price to pay. I mean, that the inspiration behind that song was the fact that you know we were at an influencer house in LA a few years ago, and everything was just they were filming everything, and everything was just content. And when they found out that we weren't really popping off on TikTok, they didn't really talk to us for the rest of the night. So it was just like, what are we doing here with these people who only care about this?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm.
you
You're like,
think
how
about,
popular are you? Oh, okay, bye. Nice to
yeah,
meet you. Literally was like that.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
you can't do shit for us. So why are you here? Why are you talking to us?
mhm.
So yeah, I would say those few lines in those songs really stick out and connect to me as just even a listener. I think it's cool, and it's, I don't know, has meaning.
Absolutely.
I liked I have literally one that's right after what Enoma said, in Strangers. It's just new fire burns so bright because I feel like it's so true when you find anything new, not just a relationship, but like honestly, strangers could also be about like, like art, finding your passion in absolutely anything. And I love the sentiment of like, once you find that thing that sets you on fire, like it just kind of consumes you, you know? And that fire is just like this like raging thing. And I just wanted to give the energy of like that hope, that even if you don't have it, because at the time I believe I was going through like a really bad separation when we were like writing this song. And I remember like saying new fire burns so bright at the end, and I was like tearing up because it made me like
Mhm.
very sad because I was like, oh man, but I was tearing up because I was like excited because I was like, oh man, I remember literally thinking when this song is done and I go back and listen to this, I'm going to be so grateful because I know I'm going to hear it and be like, you know what, new fire does burn so bright, like I can have that again, like we can all find another partner, another person, another art form, another passion of some sort. So I just wanted to give like the fact that it does definitely burn bright and then the hope that you can always have it again. New fire burns so bright. I'm like,
Mm.
I just love that. Set your little heart on fire.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Great picks.
Love
Oh
And
yeah.
it's so simple, but I love it.
Those are the best
Yeah.
always, though.
Yeah.
Right. Straight to the point.
Exactly. And would you guys be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating the EP?
Ooh,
Definitely, we knew that. I feel like once we put these together and listened to them together, we like the only way that I can put it is that we know it's going to go well. And we know it's going to be like a statement piece for us because I don't think people are like expecting the energy of this EP. It's a lot. It's like a lot of emotions. It's like an emotional roller coaster of sorts. but in like the best, like inspirational, like together type feeling. I don't even know what to call that, but these are like just definitely songs that you can listen to like at a party with other people, to bond with other people, to dance with other people, to feel things with other people. We just knew this was going to be something that people were going to connect to. And I feel like that's what we were really excited about, is because we knew these were going to be something people would listen to and be like, oh, yeah, I've felt that. Or like, just, I feel like it's going to make people connect to themselves, to each other, and to us. So that was the headspace that we were in, for sure. Is just connection, basically. We knew it was going to connect a bunch of things for us, like, musically, professionally, friendship wise, new fans wise. And then hopefully that will happen with other people as well. And it'll bring other people closer together, just like it did for us.
Yeah, damn straight.
Enoma, do you echo that same?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think for the yeah, I agree with the statement piece. Like, it's something that we've been saying a lot. But I think I'm just hopeful that people not just connect with it, but like find something. So I hope they find a little bit of themselves within this. And I know it sounds kind of, hokey or cringe, but it's true, because these feelings that we have, we're not the only people in the world to have these sort of feelings, or to have these thoughts, or to, you know, be enamored with a person, to be unsure of a relationship, to, question, what does it mean to try to be, something on social media, or to have a big dream and follow it despite people saying that you can't make it. Like, we're not the only ones. So I hope, my biggest hope is that when people do listen to it, they can see a little bit, or they can hear a little bit of their story in it, and it impacts them in a positive way.
That connection, baby. If we've all felt it, then we can all listen and, vibe on the same wavelength there.
Damn straight.
Love that.
Absolutely. So how do you guys recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should you do it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is workout EP, party EP? What do you guys personally recommend?
Oh man, damn.
That's a good question.
It is. Yeah. I'm like, my first inclination is just in your car, loud as shit. But that depends on if you have a good car system or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, yeah.
Because I turn up my boyfriend's radio and I'm like, I hate this. Like,
Or how do you
Sounds
live
like
with
shit.
I'm in there like EQing his whole system. And I'm like, this is not. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me, you know what.
He's like, it sounds fine.
Back in the
Right.
mainframe.
Like, so if you have a good car sound system, that's the way to listen to it, is just sitting still in your car, hopefully with 20 other people in your vehicle,
A bus.
just loud as shit. Yeah, in a bus, loud as shit. That's gonna be my final answer. Or in a limo, loud as shit. That's my final.
Yeah.
The only ways you can listen to it.
That's it. Yeah, you won't get the full effect,
Yeah. Well, shit. Far be it for me to try to top that. Like, that's a damn good answer. I think for me, like, whenever I'm really wanting to listen to a record, I am the kind of like headphones, lights off, like, let me
soak it in.
Soak it in. But this EP is a lot of fun. So I think I'm just gonna have to like echo that. Like, I think it's just something that you put on when you're on a drive and you just kind of get lost in it. Like, just get on the highway and just turn it on and just soak it in, and just, I don't know, sit with it. Like, it doesn't have to be something like sitting in the dark. Like, that's for me, and that's my whole emo sad boy like approach to listening to music. But no, this EP is hopeful, and because of that, I'm like, no, it should be up with the sun, go hit the highway, and just see where adventure takes you.
That's it.
Damn straight.
I'm kind of the same way though. Like, if I'm listening to something, headphones, but eyes closed because I don't want anything else to influence me. So I just like to, I feel that. I'm the same way.
Me too. Me too.
Really?
Yeah. Gotta soak in all of the vibes,
Every last one.
Yeah,
Maximum vibes.
but now I have a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
How did so like each of you? How did y'all sit down and listen to the EP for the first time?
Oh.
I sat in my bed, which is right out of frame, with my headphones on, and I just kind of sat there and listened to it. My eyes were not closed, unfortunately,
I love. Hey,
because
I
it isn't
love that
nighttime.
though.
So it's like, but when it's nighttime, that's when I usually do the full thing.
The full experience. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sick.
So hopefully no one gets too upset. But I also listened to it in my bed. But it was
Hey,
early. It was early this morning, and I did listen to it on my phone speakers.
Hey, that's okay. As long as you get the vibes of it, then.
All right, I got the
do the car
vibes.
test next, because I promise you, I'm not kidding. Like the bass in these songs and the mixing and mastering is so effing good, my dude. Like when you hear it through, like there's so many effects that you don't get like on even like regular headphones, unless they're a bomb ass pair of headphones. Like, bro,
Right.
I'm telling you, it's a different, like in the car, different experience. Different experience, because you get like the panning of certain things that we're doing and stuff, and like the oscillation from like left to right, you know what I mean? So it's definitely, yeah, that's the vibe. You got to retry it again.
Hell yeah. And this one should be super, super quick off the top of your heads. I want you guys to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. 3 words each, 6 total, no more, no less.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Playful, hopeful, fun.
Hell yeah.
Damn, those were really good.
Man, that was fast as shit.
Right, off the dome.
Yeah, hopeful was actually the first one that I thought of. I was like, damn it, she stole my answer.
Yeah, it's true though. It gives that vibe.
I would say inspiring. I'm trying to think of another word outside of hopeful, but it really does make me feel that way. So I'd say inspiring. You know what? I'm gonna go sassy. Inspiring,
It's
sassy,
It's
and honestly, inspiring, sassy, and dynamic.
Ooh, there you go. Good 6.
Those
good
are good.
6.
Hell yeah.
That's a solid 3, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the EP?
I think I just want them to have fun with this. Like I want them to be able to go through the whole thing and just be like, oh man, like that was a fun listen. Like I like to the point where like I almost kind of wanted to just go on repeat. Like I want them to be able to listen to it and then immediately go back and listen to it again. Like so I think there's a lot of replay value in what we've created here. And so my hope is that they put it on and they just kind of keep listening and almost forget to kind of turn it off, because it just feels good start to finish.
Yep, that's the goal. I would say I want people I think I want people to feel like, really, one, I just want people to feel, just that's all. That's what art is for, to feel literally anything. But I hope that people feel like maybe they get a little more of like us out of it. I hope they feel like, damn, I really connect with these guys. Like I connect with, because some of the lyrics are like super real and super honest, and like, all the things that we've been through where we try real hard and we fail and we do it again, and like a lot of those feelings went into this as well. I just hope people, just hopeful. That's my answer. I want to connect with people. I want them to feel like they're connected with us, like lyrically, just like we all go through so much in life. So I just hope that there's like one moment in any or all of these songs that people are like, damn, I feel these guys. Like, and that's it. Just that little bit of connection to know that like they're not alone, because we all do, whether people want to admit it or not, we all feel extremely isolated a lot of the time, even if we're surrounded by people. So I hope that even if they're alone listening to this, that even for a moment that they're like, you know what, like if they felt that way and I feel this way too, like maybe I'm not alone. I hope that we give that connection somehow. That's what I
That's
want.
beautiful.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, love it. And are you guys able to touch on any particularly challenging or standout moments during the creation of this EP, positive or negative?
Something I won't say that it was inherently negative, but like I think the one that was probably really challenging was writing "Catch Me If You Can,"
Hmm.
which you wouldn't think by the vibe of the song. The song definitely doesn't have that
You're
sort
right.
of energy to it, but it was a particularly hard time because "Catch Me If You Can" is like one of the really, I think one of the two songs that we have that were because usually everyone in the band contributes something to the song, but this was actually the first time where it was truly just me, Tyler, and Lucy writing the song. And so not having, Mark or Mike present for the sessions, created its own unique challenge. So kind of like peeking behind the curtain a little bit. Uh, you know, Typically like the first week it's just the boys and Tyler working on music, but since Mike and Mark weren't there, it was really just myself and Tyler working together. So I had spent, a little over a week in LA kind of by myself. Like I didn't have any like I had friends and I would see her every so often there, but like it was kind of a lonely time for me. So it wasn't like the most fun until Lucy got there. And like obviously like that's my bestie. Like so we're having a good time. So we're doing our thing when we're working together. But the week of putting that song and some other ones together for me was really kind of tough because I outside of hanging out with Tyler, like I didn't see really anyone. So it was kind of lonely, and I'm the kind of guy in my life like I wouldn't say I'm a lonely dude, but I do a lot of stuff by myself. So like just having to constantly be alone, like or feel alone, is difficult for the creative process because it makes it harder for you to you're not in the best of headspaces. So having to navigate that and then obviously not making anyone else's problem during the time was a little hard for me.
Understandable.
Yeah, that boy was partying by himself for a week. And then we had a blasty blast. I think like just writing Untouchable itself, like I was going through a really rough time. Like it was literally I'm not kidding, like one of the worst times in my life. And I'm writing this song called Untouchable that's like this like we're soaring, everything's great, everything's together, and like my life is not that at all. Like I was broke, my business was like not going great, my boyfriend left me while I was over there. It was wild, it was a lot. Like I came back home to my tattoo studio being like cleared out, like it was a wild time for me. So to be writing a song that was like very emotionally like soaring and like huge, and on the end I'm hitting the notes in the like forefront, whatever you want to call it, just like in between all of that. And I was like tearing up singing because I was like, wow, this sounds so good in these headphones. And it made me feel just like this huge, like we call it taking them to the mountain, because it's just like this soaring moment where you're like on top of the world, and I'm listening in these headphones, and I just literally remember like basically crying and Tyler being like, all right, another one. And I'm like, bet, dude. And I'm in here just tears on my face, listening to how good this sounds. And I was just like, this is my fucking band, dude. Like, this sounds so good. And I was so miserable. And I remember like fighting with this person at the time, and just like it was just miserable. But I was hearing this song and I was like, I know at some point I'm gonna hear this song and everything's gonna be fine. And now is that moment. So
Yeah.
glad that you guys are a part of it, because it was a bad time, and now I get to put that out there. And I just really hope that song, like, it's so powerful. Me and Enoma both, like, we're such wieners. Like, we listened to the song one time and we were just like in his truck or whatever, chilling and we're listening to it. We're both like tearing up by the end of the song because it's just like it sounds so powerful and so moving and like inspirational and just like you do the thing. Like it gives you just like balls, just huge balls, you know,
yeah.
like just energy. Like we were trying to write that to like push people to something better and to feel that untouchable, that big, huge, like I'm at the apex. And even though I was at the very bottom, that song, I was crying so just like miserably. And then it turned into tears of like joy after I did those takes of those huge soaring notes on the end. And I was like, you know what? I could be miserable all day long, but as long as we can write something together and I can hopefully deliver it in a way that people will also hear it and believe that as well. And it can maybe turn their stuff around from sad tears to happy tears. So that was a hard time, but listening to it now, like the last like 30 seconds of the song, I'm just like, you know, it's like happy tears all over again because I remember the headspace and it's lovely to listen to it now and be like, damn, I have grown, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It made it out.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one.
Untouchable is a really powerful song. It like I said, it is like not even so quietly, but it is absolutely like far and away my favorite song we've ever written, and it is because of what Lucy was able to bring to it vocally. Like I can't listen to that song and not cry.
Yeah, we both tear up. I swear, like every time.
Because it's oh girl, I am sad boy all the way through.
Yeah,
all the way through. And this was like one of those moments where you're just like, holy shit, like that's us. Like we
that.
Like I don't think I do a lot of things right personally. That's work I have to do on myself. But this was one of those moments, where it's like everything came together in the right way, and the fact that I have Lucy like as like my one of my closest friends and someone who believed in this project and like just said, yeah, we don't know what it's gonna turn into, but we're gonna try and we're gonna give it everything that we've got. And knowing that, you know, she was going through that time and still being able to deliver a performance like that is really like inspiring to me. Like, so I don't know. It fills me with a lot of gratitude. And I know that song's been out for a while, but like every time I listen to it, I just keep going back to being filled with gratitude for the fact that I have this band and that I have these friends and that I still get to do this. And it's awesome.
It's the whole reason we're still here.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, like no bullshit.
Yeah.
In all reality, it saves us, you know. We're just some emo kids trying to make art to keep ourselves going. So we're doing great.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely doing better than we were then. Thank God. Look at all of us. Look at all of us go. I'm so proud of all of us.
Damn straight.
Aw. We're cute, you guys.
Well, those are all the questions we have for you guys today. Is there anything that you guys like to plug?
Listen to the EP. Follow us on TikTok. Follow our Instagram. Everything's at Haunter Isn't Real. HaunterIsn'tReal.com. We got links to everything. We got upcoming shows that haven't even been announced yet. Y'all go on there, check it out, download our stuff, pre-save the album. Listen to Catch Me If You Can. It sounds like Dua Lipa. Game Boy is the best song to ever be created. Untouchable will make you feel like you'll rule the world. Okay, I love you. Bye. That's it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, she ran the table. Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you for telling us, guys. Been Enoma and Lucy from Haunter, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.